Welcome to SATV News. This is Riaz Mahmood. The Family Card program pledged in the BNP's election manifesto will be launched on March 10 with Prime Minister Tariq Rahman set to inaugurate the initiative. Initially, the scheme will be introduced in 14 upajilas around the country. Social Welfare Minister Dr. Azhar M. Zahid Hussain disclosed the information today. A meeting on the Family Card program was held at the Secretariat earlier in the day, chaired by the Prime Minister. Ministers, state ministers and senior officials from various ministries attended the meeting. Speaking to reporters afterwards, Zahid said Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has been working on the Family Card for a long time. Today, he approved it in the presence of the concerned ministers, advisors and senior officials. Under the program, beneficiaries will receive Taka 2,500 per month in financial assistance through the card. Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives Minister Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir today said the National Parliament will decide whether local government elections, including city corporation polls, will be held with party symbols. He made the remarks responding to a question from journalists after the formal joining ceremony of the newly appointed administrators of 6 city corporations at the Bangladesh Secretariat this morning. Mr. Fakhrul also said the main goal of the government is to make all local government institutions operational by holding elections as soon as possible. Muhammad Aminul Islam, the newly appointed Chief Prosecutor of the International Crimes Tribunal, today said strict legal action will be taken if anyone associated with the tribunal is found involved in corruption. He made the remarks while responding to questions from journalists at his office this afternoon. He also said the tribunal would be run strictly in accordance with the law with enhanced dynamism and transparency. He added that the necessary steps will also be taken to ensure speedy disposal of cases in line with the aspirations of the July mass uprising. The government on February 23 appointed Muhammad Aminul Islam as ICT Chief Prosecutor. The government has appointed Additional Inspector General of Police and Chief of the Armed Police Battalion, Muhammad Ali Hussain Fakir, as the new Inspector General of Police. Earlier today, Ministry of Home Affairs announced the appointment through a notification. Ali Hussain is a member of the 50th batch of the Bangladesh Civil Service cadre. In August 2025, Ali Hussain was promoted from Deputy Inspector General to the rank of Supernumerary Additional Inspector General of Police by the interim government. Ali Hussain will be replacing current IGP Baharul Alam, who was appointed to the position on November 20, 2024. The Election Commission today announced the schedule for the election in Sherpur 3 and the by-election in Bogora 6, when voting is set for April 9. EC Senior Secretary Akhtar Ahmed declared the schedule at the Election Commission in the capital's Agargaon. He said voting in Sherpur 3 was postponed during the February 12 national polls due to the death of a valid candidate. Meanwhile, the Bogora 6 seat fell vacant after the current Prime Minister vacated the constituency. According to the announced schedule, the last date for submitting nomination papers is March 2. Scrutiny of nomination papers by returning officers will continue until March 5. Responding to a question regarding a referendum, the EC Secretary said a referendum had previously been held in Bogora 6, while no such requirement exists for Sherpur 3. Another victim has died following a gas explosion in the port city of Chattogram, raising the death toll to 3 confirmed officials. Mohammad Samir Ahmed Shumon died at about 11:55 am today while receiving treatment in the ICU of the National Institute of Burn and Plastic Surgery in Dhaka. Doctors said he had suffered burns to around 40% of his body. Earlier in the morning, 16-year-old Mohammad Shaun, who was also injured in the same incident, died while undergoing treatment. 9
Hello and welcome to International Affairs, and my name is Shamsul Alam Panta.
I don't see an easy resolution to this because every slight deviation from the plan,
opening an open war conflict with them.
Testing nuclear missiles.
Russia's announcement of these supposedly successful testing.
Special and exclusive
Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us.
that is being played on SATV screen.
Really coming to terms with Hamas.
Damage estimated between this entire issue.
President Trump is expected to hold bilateral talks.
Preserving biodiversity and tackling climate change.
We cannot protect the planet before we negotiate peace.
Where is it going? Is it understanding the needs of its people before the needs of this global world?
For China to come to agreement,
they will face better projects.
With President Xi of China and President Lee of South Korea.
Trump's White House that is in favor of these things.
simply not enough action being taken to address the problem of fossil fuels.
What their plan initially is towards the Caribbean, a place that has been met with two types of disasters.
Bangladeshi students at the same level of opportunity internationally and domestically.
International Affairs. Watch every Sunday to Thursday at 2 p.m. only on SATV and SATV Digital. Hello and welcome to International Affairs, and my name is Shamsul Alam Panta.
I don't see an easy resolution to this because every slight deviation from the plan,
Opening an open war conflict with them.
Testing nuclear missiles.
Russia's announcement of these
Welcome back. You are watching SATV News. Now, news from abroad. U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday denied reports that a Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane is against a U.S. strike on Iran, labeling such stories inaccurate and saying that without a negotiated agreement, Iran could face dire consequences. Numerous stories from the fake news media have been circulating stating that General Daniel Kane, sometimes referred to as Razin, is against us going to war with Iran. The story does not attribute this vast wealth of knowledge to anyone and is 100% incorrect, said Donald Trump on his Truth Social platform. His remarks came after local media reported that Kane, who has been advising Trump and top officials that a military campaign against Iran could carry significant risks. Trump also said that while Kane, like others in the administration, would prefer to avoid war, he would be prepared to carry out military operations if directed. Meanwhile, at least 4 people were killed after an Iranian military helicopter crashed into a fruit and vegetable market in central Iran on Tuesday. The pilot and co-pilot were among the casualties, according to state media, while 2 of the victims were reportedly on the ground at the market.
supposedly successful testing.
Special and exclusive footage that is being played on SATV screen.
really coming to terms with Hamas.
Damage estimated between this entire issue.
President Trump is expected to hold bilateral talks.
Preserving biodiversity and tackling climate change.
We cannot protect the planet before we negotiate peace.
Where is it going? Is it understanding the needs of its people before the needs of this global world?
For China to come to agreement,
They will face better projects.
Ukraine has defended its independence since Russia's invasion and will not betray the sacrifices made by its people as it seeks peace, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in an address marking the 4th anniversary of the start of the war. Putin has not achieved his goals. He has not broken the Ukrainian people. He has not won this war, Zelensky said on Tuesday. Zelensky is due to welcome dignitaries from European allies, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in Kyiv later in the day for ceremonies 4 years on from Russia's full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers on both sides have died or been wounded in Europe's deadliest conflict since World War II. Leader of the British opposition Kemi Badenoch called on UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to release the Mandelson files on Monday following the arrest of the former British ambassador to the US on suspicion of misconduct in public office. He called Peter Mandelson's arrest a defining moment in Starmer's leadership and called for transparency. Referring Starmer, she said he has promised to release the files and he has not done so. Police earlier this month began a criminal investigation into Mandelson after Starmer's government passed on communications between the former ambassador and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Had a vote in Parliament at the humble address. I led on this.
The Mexican military remains deployed at the site of the military operation that captured and killed cartel leader Nemesio Oseguera in Tapalapa. At least 62 people died in the early Sunday.
Presidency of China and President Lee of South Korea.
Trump's White House that is in favor of these things.
Simply not enough action being taken to address the problem of fossil fuels.
What their plan initially is towards the Caribbean, a place that has been met with two types of disasters.
Bangladeshi students at the same level of opportunity internationally and domestically.
International Affairs. Watch every Sunday to Thursday at 2 p.m. only on SATV and SATV Digital.
With our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.